Chapter 4, Lesson 7, Divide Fractions. You will be able to divide fractions. Remember, leave the first number alone. We are going to do this the same as the previous lesson, only this time we have fractions with fractions. I will not divide. I will multiply by the reciprocal. This equals 3 over 2, which is 1 1/2. Letter B. I will not divide. I will multiply by the reciprocal, which equals 8 over 9, which cannot be reduced or changed to a mixed number. Letter C. I will not divide. I will multiply by the reciprocal. 16 over 3, which is 5 1/3. I will not divide. I will multiply by the reciprocal. 5 times 3 is 15. 6 times 1 is 6. 6 goes into 15 twice, which is 12, with 3 left over. And this reduces to 2 1/2. Letter E. I will not divide. I will multiply by the reciprocal. We get 12 over 3, which is 12 divided by 3, or simply 4. Letter F. I will not divide. I will multiply by the reciprocal, which is 7 over 24, and it cannot be reduced. Letter G. I will not divide. I will multiply by the reciprocal, which equals 2/4. We can reduce by dividing by 2, and we get 1/2. Letter H. I will not divide. I will multiply by the reciprocal, which gives us 6/15. And this one we can definitely reduce. Also, we can divide by 3 and get 2/5. Dividing a fraction by a whole number. This time our whole number is moved to the right. We're still going to put it over 1. I will not divide. I will multiply by the reciprocal. So now I know that the reciprocal is 1 over 10. We get 5 over 70. This one can be divided by 5. 1 is the numerator. And this one, I don't know what 5 into 70 is. Looks like 14. So this is 1/14, and it cannot be simplified or reduced. Letter B, put your 4 over 1. I will not divide. I will multiply by the reciprocal. We get 8 over 36, which can be divided by 4, and we get 2/9. Letter C, put it over 1. I will not divide. I will multiply by the reciprocal. We get 12 over 52. I can divide by 4. And we get 3 over 14. 13. Which cannot be reduced. Letter D. And on letter C, while I'm here, you could have also used your reducing beforehand So you could have recognized that you can divide by 4 and get 3 over 1, which would in turn give you 3 over 13 without those other steps. So you can still do your reducing beforehand once you've written it as a multiplication problem. So you have to write it as a multiplication problem first, then you can do your pre-reducing, if you prefer. If not, no big deal. Letter D. The 3 is over 1. I will not divide. I will multiply by the reciprocal, and you get 1 over 24. Letter E, put your 9 over 1. I will not divide. I will multiply by the reciprocal, and you would get 3 over 36, which you can then divide by 3, and you get 1 over 12. Letter F, put your 8 over 1. I will not divide. I will multiply by the reciprocal, and we get 1 over 24. Ramon is making party favors. He is dividing 3/4 pound of almonds into 12 packages. Write and solve an equation to find how many pounds of almonds are in each package. So here I'm actually going to change this word equation to expression. Equations have equal signs. Let's do just an expression. So I would take 3/4 divided by 12. That's your expression. It's asking you to write an expression, so that's our first answer. Then it's asking you to solve. So this is really 3/4 divided by 12 over 1. But then I will not divide. I will multiply by the reciprocal. And I get 3 over 48. I can then divide by 3. And I would get 1 over, well, 3 into 48. Once. There we go, 16. So 1/16 pound. I'm going to abbreviate pound as LB. So this actually make my B a little bit easier to read so you know it's not a 6.